Remember those good old days of dual income, no kids, double-digit pay raises, and 2-for-1 stock splits? Well, these days, money's a lot harder to get a hold of and even harder to hang on to. That's why State Farm agent Paul Dawning would like to introduce you to the Discount Double Check. He'll go through your car insurance policy line by line to make sure you're getting the discounts you deserve and aren't leaving any money on the table. It's fast, it's free, and when he's done finding you 10% here, 15% there, you could find yourself looking at discounts of up to 40%. That can mean savings worth hundreds of dollars, and that's a pretty good return for simply investing a few minutes of your time. So call State Farm agent Paul Dawning today at 219-884-6947 because being there to help you keep more of your money in your pocket is why he's here. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Good afternoon, and welcome to the 800 Credit Score Man Show. I am your host, Kevin King. He is I, and I am him, the 800 Credit Score Man himself. And again, thank each and every one of you guys for coming in and listening to the show. I truly, truly appreciate it. So look, what are we going to get into today? Today, we're going to talk a little bit about protecting yourself, protecting your credit during this busy holiday season. So a lot of people out there shopping. Sometimes you're losing your own receipt. You don't even know what you bought, where you bought it from, what day that was, all those kinds of things. So when you're losing track of those things, then it's absolutely easy for you to forget where you put your card at, your credit card or your debit card or what have you. And so sometimes we need to make sure that we protect ourselves from our own selves. But then more importantly, maybe, is when hackers are out there trying to grab your information. So they may be trying to do it individually, like they did, with Equifax and get individual accounts, or they could be, target the department store like they did last year or a couple of years ago. So you got to make sure that you protect yourself. So we're going to definitely talk about that today, how you can proactively protect yourself from any kind of fraud or any kind of abuse at all with your credit card. And we're also going to answer a great question of the day about how your credit score impacts your loan approval or denial. So we're definitely going to do that today on the 800 Credit Score Man Show. And I want to say a big shout out to all the Thanksgiving Day cooks out there. Big ups to all of you. I'm sure you threw down in the kitchen. You made your favorite dish and everybody else's favorite dish as well. And it was a good time with family and friends. So happy belated Thanksgiving to you. And straight up, a big shout out to all of the Thanksgiving cooks out there. I'm sure you did a wonderful job. All right, so let me jump into the show right quick. So let me make an announcement first. So first things first. So I want to tell you the end of the year is coming up. So a lot of things get busy. The show will be on throughout the rest of the year. I might take off December the 30th. There may not be a show, but I haven't decided yet. If something strikes me, I got time. I'm sitting around the house with my kids and with family and friends. I might decide to do a show or not, but I'm not planning on doing the show on December the 30th. That's the one thing. Next year, 2018, yes, it's coming up on us real fast. So in 2018, I want to let you guys know that the very first Thursday of every month, January through December, I will be a guest contributor on a show. The show is called Your Journey to Empowerment. I'll be on for an entire hour from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the first Thursday of every month on this show called Your Journey to Empowerment with the host, Shanika Flynn, and it is 1580 AM WVKO out of Columbus, Ohio. So I will be there. Please tune in, you guys. You got people in Ohio, let them know. I'll give you more information later on. Maybe you can catch it online, but I'll be on for an entire hour, may even take some calls so we can interact. So that's going to be happening. In 2018, the very first show, I'm going to unveil the Couples Credit Challenge. I talked about it a few weeks ago, so it's coming to you very, very soon. The Couples Credit Challenge is going to be an opportunity for you to compete with your mate, whether male or female. You can compete with your mate to see who can get the best credit score in a certain period of time, and there'll be steps for you to do that. There will be an evaluation step. There'll be a step for you to improve it. There'll be a time for you to go ahead and review and see what you've done, how far you've come. So we're going to do all those things in 2018. So in 2018, I'm saying invest in yourself and bet on yourself in 2018, and we're going to get those credit scores up. Also, in 2018, we're going to do some interviews. So I'm going to bring other people to you. You won't just hear my voice in 2018 on this show. So I'm going to try to bring some people in some experts in mortgages, some experts in budgeting, so maybe some experts that deal with buying stocks and mutual funds, and maybe even a couple of insurance experts I'll bring in, because we're going to talk about finances and overall finances, not just credit, in 2018. So look forward to all that. So let's go ahead and jump into some of these things that you can do to protect your personal information and credit. The one thing I want you to do is to watch out for fake websites. So I was watching the show the other day, a news show, and they started talking about all the things that could potentially happen to you. One of those things was fake websites. So make sure that you watch out for fake websites. If something seems a little bit off, if you're trying to buy something and the deal just seems too good to be true, then it probably is. So watch out for those sites. If they're asking for your personal information, then I would suggest that you go ahead and you pick up the phone and you call. Oftentimes, though, there may be a website that sends you something, and it is actually somebody that you already have business with. So you have some business with them. Pay close attention to the logo. Oftentimes, hackers or people that are setting up these fake websites, what they'll do is they'll just copy the logo somewhere and they'll stick it on their site or in the email or whatever they're sending to you. They'll stick it on there. Oftentimes, it's not quite right. It might be a little fuzzy. It might be bigger than you normally see. So if you see something that's off, especially with that logo, again, pick up the phone. If you have a credit card with ABC Bank, you got a credit card with them, and you get something from them, go get your card. Call the 800 number on there. Don't call the number that they might give you on that particular website. Call that particular number and see, because the hackers are trying to copy that logo, and if it doesn't seem quite right, then you want to go ahead and move on to something else, all right? But again, always protect yourself. It's a little diligence on you and a couple of clicks on your computer, and you'll be able to figure out what's going on, if it's right, if it's not right, all those kinds of things. So that's one of your tips for you to protect yourself. Another tip is you might get some fake emails. Now, I know y'all get emails that might go to our junk box. Sometimes they don't, and they pop up on you. Check out the emails. Same thing if you're getting something from those fake websites. Oftentimes your email will come back after you've ordered something. I don't care where you've ordered it from. I'm not going to call anybody out. When they come back, you might get an email that'll say there was an issue with your online purchase. So if you get something that says there's an issue with your online purchase, they may be asking you to click a link. Watch out for clicking those links. You clicking that link could get a virus on your computer, and it could go ahead and get all of your information that you have, all of your contacts and things of that nature. If they get your contacts, you know what they're going to do. They're going to send the same kinds of emails to your contacts, and then they also may be getting some of your information. So be careful about clicking on those links. If it comes back, you get an email that says you may have had an issue with your online purchase. So think before you click. Make sure you think before you click. Or they may be asking you to re-enter your payment information. Now, this is a huge, huge flag. You already put your payment information in. You put your whole credit card number in, including the date and the number in the back and all that stuff. And then they come back and it says that there may be an issue. I want you to caution yourself and not put that information in. It's better to be safe than sorry. Pick up the phone and call. A lot of the places that you may be dealing with, you've dealt with in the past, or you know they're national chains, they're huge chains, they do a lot of online information, then you can get a number from them. I would not necessarily use the number that they provide in the particular email to you, because that number could be routed, of course, to some particular hacker. Of course, they're going to pick up the phone and say ABC Company because they know what they've done already. So make sure that you go ahead and you find the number. Even if you have to Google it, Google the number, give them a call, tell them that you had an issue or you made an order, and let them check on that order for you. If you're on the phone with somebody at the right company, then they'll be able to tell you if anything is going on. You also help others out and yourself, because if it is fraudulent in nature, then they'll be aware that something is going on out there. So you can help yourself and maybe even thousands of other people as well by just a little due diligence. All right. So make sure that you do that. Then I would also say that you should check the number. So if there is a number located in that email, just go to your card, if you have a card with these people, and check it, or Google, and if it has the same number, then you're probably good. But let's make sure that we are diligent about protecting ourselves when it comes to these fake emails, and then also those fake websites as well. Another thing that I want you to look out for: online quizzes. Yes, online quizzes. All these cute quizzes online that tell you, when you're going to get married, or, what's your ideal mate, and all those kinds of things. Make sure that you are diligent about doing these quizzes. So you do the quiz. When you're entering that kind of information, hackers may have set up this particular quiz, or they may have hacked the site that did set up the particular quiz, and they're getting information. The reason they're trying to get that information, because they're trying to figure out your password. So if they were part of, let's say, the Equifax hack, and they got your information, you know that the Equifax hack affected 145.5 million people. So let's say they did get some information from there. They may have gotten your entire social security number. They may have gotten some account numbers for you. Of course, they have your entire credit history. So they have all those things on there, but they may be missing something. Maybe they don't know what your birth date is. Maybe they don't know what a password is. When you do these quizzes, they're using that information, the information from these quizzes, they're using it so they can try to figure out, or better figure out, your password. So make sure that when you're taking these quizzes or passing them on, you can be unwittingly passing it on to all of your friends on all of your social media networks, trying to figure out, and everybody thinks it's cute. I think it's cute too. I've done a quiz or two myself, but let's make sure that we're more diligent, especially in these times, because hackers are working overtime. They're working double overtime trying to get your information, because at this point in time in the year, there's a lot of people out there doing a lot of shopping, a lot of online shopping, a lot of in-store shopping. So there's a lot of things going on, a lot of social activities going on. So they are being very, very diligent about trying to get your passwords and whatnot. So you want to make sure that you are very, very careful when it comes to filling out these online quizzes. You don't want to help the hackers at all. You don't want to help them get your information, and you don't want to help them get anybody else's either. So just be diligent about that. Let me take a pause for the calls right quick, and I'm going to do a couple of shout outs. So I know you're not new to the show. There is one new person. Actually, the person with the question of the day today is a new listener. I actually found that person on a website that I monitor and go back and forth with people helping or answering questions that they have about credit. I answered a question on this particular site, gave my information to our question of the day asker today, and so we've had a little back and forth. So she is actually going to be a new listener today, because she'll be listening, especially for her question of the day. But I want to give this birthday shout out. I got to give this birthday shout out to Layra Shonda Williams. Happy birthday to you, Layra Shonda. She celebrated her birthday on Thanksgiving. I know she actually cooked Thanksgiving dinner too, and it looked delicious. You know how everybody posts their pics. It looks delicious. Everything looked delicious. I think she had some rolls, and she had some greens and some dressing and some, I don't know what else she had. Maybe some mac and cheese. I hope she had some mac and cheese. But anyway, happy birthday to you, Layra Shonda Williams. And then I also got to give a big shout out to Junior. or he goes by Junebug. Some people call him Mud. A member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, celebrated a milestone birthday also on Thanksgiving Day. So happy birthday to you, Junior, as well. And then let me give a shout out to Larry Brownlee, also a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated and my pledge son. This man is the world-renowned opera singer, a tenor in opera. His name is Larry, or he goes by Lawrence Brownlee, excuse me. Lawrence Brownlee. You can look him up, listen to his music, go buy one